Hey guys, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at Chicken Scratch. This is the project we're making today, and it is a larger version of this milk carton cottage. It was filmed live with very few edits, and if you need anything, let me know. Thanks a lot. Show you guys those selections now. I did get them in, I think, on Friday. I was going to go live, but it just didn't pan out. So I'm going to show you those 5 items now. Tags in Bloom is a stamp set, and like I said, March 3rd through the 31st. I need to turn those notifications off. Rise and Shine is the next item. Isn't it so cute? The next one is Well Dressed. And then the final 2 items are paper. So we have the So Very Vellum, which we are actually using this one tonight. We're using this piece. And it has, 3 different colors? Yeah, really pretty. And then the second one, I kept the name of it. It is called Flowering Foils. So let's see, it has that pattern, and then this pattern. I love this one. I actually really like this one too. And then this one, which is really pretty. Okay, so that is it on the 5 new celebration items. And again, they'll be available March 3rd through the 31st. I posted Chick Candy 65 over on my website today, and I went ahead and mailed out 64 to our winner. So it is time for tags and the little ladybugs and a back scratcher. And all you have to do is leave a comment on Chick Candy 65 blog post. So you have to head over to my blog to enter to win, but you can wait until after we're done with the project. It's not going anywhere. I always post the winners on Monday. So tonight we're using the Best Dressed paper. I used my chart to figure out the paper I was going to use. That's how I always kind of start. I knew I wanted to use Purple Posy again. And so I got my charts out and I started using this one. And then I switched to this one. And there's a second chart to this. It's a good thing I have these handy. But we are using this one here. Okay, so I'm going to get this out of the way. If you saw my video today making this little milk carton cottage, we're going to be making a larger version of this box. So this was A version. Tonight's version is going to be B, and I actually have a C that will be ready for later this week. Okay, so I'm going to give you the supplies. Good evening, everyone. Okay, so I do have a question, actually. So when I film over on Facebook, you guys are used to, like, it's live. So there's mistakes, there's a lot of talking, lots of mistakes, and y'all are very forgiving. But I always try to edit the videos for YouTube and for my blog. But going forward for the next 6 months as I'm trying to get this house ready, my question for, I guess, my YouTubers and the people that watch the videos on my blog, because I know there's a lot of people that's not on Facebook, believe it or not. I'm always shocked by that. And people always are like, well, how'd you even get started? Like, well, my whole family's out of town. So it makes sense for me to be on Facebook because they can see what I'm doing and I can see them. And I made connections with cousins I haven't seen in forever. So it works for me and for my family, but there's a lot of people that are not. So my question really is, would it be okay if I didn't edit the video at all? Like, it's taken so much time to edit and clean it up. So I'm just wondering if maybe it would be okay if I didn't edit it. Okay, so that's my question. Hopefully people will be honest and tell me how they feel. Purple Posy, 10.5 by 7.5. Purple Posy scraps. And another Purple Posy scrap. And then we've got some Whisper White for stamping. That's So Very Vellum Specialty Designer Series paper that will not be available until March 3rd. I cut this the wrong measurement. I need to trim it down. So this is supposed to measure 5 by 3. I don't want to get talking and then forget. So there we go. And where was I? Okay, so now a scrap of soft seafoam, and then 3 pieces of the Best Dressed Designer Series paper that measure 2 1/4 by 2 3/4. Yeah. Okay, so what am I doing? We are going to stamp first. We're going to use these 2 pieces right here. I have extra white for just in case I mess up. So we're using, let me show you the stamp sets. This was the original. So now for some honesty. So when I was making this box, I really wanted to use this bunny. But he wouldn't fit on this box. And I had already designed it. And I'm like, oh, I can't go back to the drawing board. So I used the cute little cuckoo clock set. But this was the one I wanted to use. So we're using Welcome Easter and Itty Bitty Greetings. So this, I felt like that these greetings on this one was too big for what we're making tonight. So that's why we're using the Easter blessings. Okay, so where's my ink? Wouldn't you know? It's not here. Hold on. It's right beside me. Okay, so Memento. So cute. Oh no, did I leave myself room? Let's see. Oh yeah, that'll work. Okay. Now we're going to stamp that Easter blessings on this purple posy. So the purple posy, I kind of ignored this color for a long time because we don't actually have the ink pad, but we do have the cardstock and we have the Stampin' Blends. Hope I didn't mess that up. I did. Oh well. So I'll tell y'all what I did with this. This stamp set, this was before we had the cling mount. This is the clear mount. So I used an extra piece of cling mount to make this clear mount. I know that's all confusing, right? Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. And it made it a little bit wonky on my block, but it works. Okay, so we're going to take the classic label punch and cut that out. And then we're just going to set that aside for a little while. And then we're going to take our light smoky slate. And I'm just going to color quick and dirty, which is my normal style. And it's not that I'm in a hurry tonight. It's just my normal method of coloring. I always, as soon as I get a new publication, a new Stampin' Up! Catalog, the first thing I do is I look for animals. I'm like, okay, it's the first thing I do, always. Ever since I joined, I always look for the animals. I know they're not for everyone, but I did grow up on a 50-acre farm, so. And my daddy lived on a horse farm when Mom had me, so yeah. Okay. So cute. Okay. So we're going to cut that out with that. And we're going to cut out our purple posy with this one. Barely gave myself room. So now what we'll do is go ahead and score our box. The bee paper will be back. If you're asking about that, I noticed that I think it said like February something, so it's coming back in stock. Just make sure that when it comes back, you get it sooner rather than later, because even for myself, like I made what was it, like 40 Welcome to My Team packets this weekend, and I used the bee paper for their packets. Yeah. I don't even think I took a picture. I just needed to get them in the mail. Okay, so this is 10.5 by 7.5. And I'm going to score it. And this is not the same scoring measurements as the smaller one, okay? So you will want the new measurements. So 2.5, 5, 7.5, and 10. I'm going to turn it on the portrait side, which is 7.5. And I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch, 2, and 5. Okay, let's fold on the score lines. Yeah, we can put him back over here so we can look at how cute it is. Okay, so I'm going to fold on the score lines and burnish with my bone folder. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to talk. So I'm going to ask y'all another question. I'm full of questions. So I've been trying to figure out how to keep showing y'all really cute projects, but get this house ready to sell, build another house, move, and all that, and not lose my mind. And so I was thinking today that, like, when I made the smaller version of this box, then I was tempted to make a larger, and then I was tempted to make a smaller. So like 3 sizes. Then I'm like, well, wait a second. Couldn't I like start a series of like a box of the week and share with y'all like 3 different versions of the same box, but yet have different measurements and different stamps, ink, and paper? I don't know. I'm just thinking that might help me out a little bit, because it's like once I make one, then I'm like, oh, I want to make another one using other stuff, and the measurements would be different, but I would use, the measurements and the stamps, ink, and paper would be different. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Okay, let's take our scissors. Not a lot of cutting for this. We're going to take this 1/2 inch side over here and... Oh, I cut very crooked. Let me fix this. There we go. Well, that's better. And now I'm just going to angle cut that and angle cut that one. And then down here at the bottom, I'm just going to cut up to the score line on each of these. Okay. So I'm going to put my tear and tape on this strip right here. My husband's outside grilling steaks, and I just heard him sneeze. Okay. I'm just going to fold this over. Okay, there's that part. Okay, now that's the back. And I'm going to squeeze it. So that's going to make this the front. So I'm going to put my tear and tape on this one. And then I'm going to put it also on this back piece. And I'm going to be using my liquid glue too. Okay, so where's the back? There's the back. This is the front. This is, that's the back. So then I'm going to fold this one in, and I actually want to put adhesive on that one too. So I'm just going to add a little bit of liquid glue. And fold that over. Give that a second to dry. Okay, so now it didn't dry. It will in a minute. Okay, fold that one over. And now this one. Now I'm going to flip it over and take my bone folder and press. That's the back. When you squeeze the top, make sure you have them straight. Yeah. Cute, isn't it? Okay. I'm going to take my stapler. Any stapler will work. So ideally, you're going to put your treats inside there first. It is 3 inches tall, okay? So now we're going to take that vellum piece, this right here. So it measures 3 by 5. And what we're going to do is, let me get all this stuff out of here so I can see what I'm doing. We're going to score it just shy of, so if you, well, let me explain. If you score this thing at, hold on, and look, it's going to work. Okay, so where's my other piece? Let me see if I can show y'all. Oh, I threw it away. Okay, so originally when I was creating this box, I scored it at 2.5, and it scored it right over these dots, okay? And then when you fold it on those dots, it breaks it. It almost tears it. So if you put your paper on here and the scoring at 2.5 goes over that line of dots, just move it slightly to the left or to the right, okay? But this time I cut it, it didn't line up with the dots, so it's going to fold perfectly. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so see how cute that is? Look, I love it. Y'all know I love monochromatic, right? Okay, so I'm going to get one of these little mini library clips, and I've had bunches and bunches and bunches of people ask me where I got this, and I've had mine for many years, like a lot of years. So I've been searching and looking, and I finally found a source. It's on eBay. I finally have the link. It isn't where I got mine, but I did find a link for them. And it's not very expensive, like $4. So I did put it over on my Angie's link page. And if you want the link, just let me know. I'm not affiliated with the person. I just finally found it. So don't know who they are. I love it though, because it doesn't take up much space. So I'm going to take this little mini library clip. So far, so good. Okay, now we're going to cut our images out. So that one, that one. I'm going to get the big shot real quick. So this is the Layering Circles die for the scallop circle. There's that one. And then this is the Stitch Shapes dies, which I use almost every single day. It's like my go-to. Okay, this one. And I finally put the link on my website to the Stampin' Storage pockets. It's on that same page, Angie's Links. Okay, we're going to take our scissors. Do I want to cut this? I can't even remember. What in the world did I do? Did I cut it? I did. I cut it. So I'm just going to whack off both ends. There we go. And then liquid glue. Guess I could put this back over here for y'all. Now we want our designer series paper. So like I said, I've got 3 pieces. They measure 2 1/4 by 2 3/4. And I'm just going to add some liquid glue. Whoa, I just opened a new liquid glue. I love opening the new ones. Technically, if you wanted to cover the entire box, you would use 4 pieces, but I don't want to use up all my paper. And this is the second box I've made, so and now the other side. So when I was explaining at the top of the video that I chose this paper looking at my charts, I knew I wanted to use Purple Posy again. I think it's a great Easter color. Okay, there's that. We're going to take the leaf punch, and then we're going to take the small bloom punch. This is a celebration item. Okay, got all my pieces here. So we're going to curl the ends of the bloom with our bone folder. Okay, like that. And then we're going to use a little bit of glue. Oh, that is not a little bit. There we go. I don't want to get glue on my table here. Press that. And I'm going to trim that stem off because I don't want to see that. Curl those blooms back up. And then we're going to take one of these faceted gems. I don't use these very often because you can't mail them. Well, you could, but you'd have to pay extra postage. So I save these for my 3D projects. Isn't that beautiful, though? I mean, look at that. Okay, so back in there. That's done. We've got our ribbon. I'm doing the same thing I did on the little one because I like the look of it. And when it comes to ribbon, you only have so many choices between the purple and the white. And I did try the striped ribbon that we have. Ruh-roh. Maybe I should have stopped talking. Hold on, I got to do that over. Anyway, this ribbon looks the best. I'm just saying. Last week, this stuff was sticking to me. It's not doing that today. I might have to start over again. Nope, I got it. That's the beauty of this, is that it doesn't have to be perfect. But be careful. I can't tell you how many times I have actually ripped this tulle ribbon. I have a heavy hand, and so I've just like, okay. Okay, so now we get to add everything to the box. So you can use dimensionals if you want. I'm going to use my liquid glue right in the middle. I'm going to hold it there for a second. Then I'm going to get my dimensionals out and my glue dots. And I want my mini dimensionals. So the reason I attach this one flat is because I'm going to pop I'm not going to pop this one up. I'm going to pop this one up, okay? So this one's just going to get added also with some liquid glue. And then I'm going to take a mini dimensional and put one on each side. See, I got the regular dimensionals out. I didn't need that one. Look how cute. It looks like he, she, it is holding the greeting. And then the final step is we're going to add our bow to the top with a glue dot. Look how cute. Isn't it so cute? It's so darling. Okay, where's my original? Okay, here it is. Stinking cute. Oh my gosh. I just love it. This is why I always ask for animals. They're just so cute. So here's the smaller version. So you guys want to compare the sizes. Here's the difference. So it's 1/2 inch taller, but the same width, okay? It's just taller. Now the one I'm going to show you later this week is actually like way smaller. Okay. Well, okay. If there's no more questions, I'm going to sign off, go have dinner with my husband, and he doesn't know it, but we're fixing to watch The Bachelor together.